Okay, welcome back. This is part two of our process to synthesis lecture number 2, which is on grid displays, grids, and process boards. And when we last left off, we were talking about Raymond Pettibon, some other contemporary artists, and then we just got to talk about process boards. So one of the things I just want to emphasize is that as far as I'm concerned, for the students who are graphic designers, when they're doing their grid display of their synthesis projects, it can look pretty much exactly like this. There's no reason why it can't or shouldn't. And so process boards, grid display of process boards is a very common thing in the graphic design world. Sometimes it's just an easy way to show a client your idea development, but also to show them, like, to give them like a sense of like, well, which one of these are you leaning towards, kind of thing. Or sometimes it's more in-house, where a team of designers might show it to each other, or might show a process board to a lead designer or to an art director to get their opinion as to, well, which one of these IntelliGens logos should we go with. But either way, it is definitely just a normal part of the design worlds, and there's no reason why you shouldn't embrace something very similar when it comes. Each of these images, like the reason why that's circled is because apparently that's the one that they went with. Not sure whether I agree with that or not, but each of these is often kind of like about the idea. I think also on this one, these two at the bottom were the two that they thought were the most functional ones out of those grids. So lastly, let's look at some examples of student work. Now, some of these are going to be from the Painting 2 class, because in the Painting 2 class, they have to make grids. And some of these are going to be from the Drawing 3 class, what is now called Drawing / Advanced Studio, because they make grids for every single unit that they make drawings, which is a lot of units. But a lot of these are from the junior seminar as well. So this first page these are both from the, well, actually no, the one on the left is from the junior seminar, the one on the right is from Painting 2. And I think that it's switched. Both of these are from Ren, but the grid on the right is from the junior seminar, whereas the grid on the left is from Painting 2. These are also from Painting 2. I think Ren just got really excited and made even more grid displays, trying to work out different kind of ideas about character development and about color, how color could help communicate mood and character. But a lot of the grid work from the Painting 2 class tends to be very non-objective, which is fine. And like I talked about in the earlier part of the lecture, grids are a really good way to work on a process work where you're making a lot of different things, and then to display them in a way that's not saying this is my favorite so much as just kind of displaying them as a whole. But at the same time, look at the way these magentas create this kind of, and then these yellow greens kind of also, right, each kind of display so that so they connect together diagonally, and then they highlight the other colors as kind of surrounded by, kind of making sort of a pseudo checkerboard kind of arrangement, creating diagonal intersections between colors. We can see similar kind of ideas in these kind of displays. Both of these were from the Painting 2 class, same artist. And this is also from the Painting 2 class. This is from Drawing 3. Both of these. And here we're entering back into some from the junior seminar. And one of the things I wanted to show with these is also the fact that, you know, grid displays and grids of small studies is not just something that that painting and drawing students can do. It's also something that photographers can do, you know, and it can be a part of your process, part of how you show work, but it could also be a part of how you evaluate work and make decisions about which pieces you like the best. And also sometimes some graphic design students choose to use it as a means of exploring illustration ideas. Sometimes these become kind of larger pieces that function as a piece of itself, like where, because these are all on glass and on a window, they become a piece, or where they even kind of combine together to make a whole image. All right, that's the end of the lecture. So um, that is the end, and we will. I guess the next time I will speak to you will be when we talk about the ground lecture. All right, speak to you then. Bye.